where we share sharing. It's what we do. 402-464-5685. Starter Heyman text line, Honda Lincoln hotline. If you want to add to the conversation, you want to contribute, you got questions or otherwise, you can call the Honda Lincoln hotline or you can text in Starter Heyman text line. The live video stream is up, brought to you by Starter Heyman, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and now Twitter Live. So all you do is follow us on Twitter. It'll bring the content to you if you subscribe. The idea and the concept is simple, that the community is better by the people in it being purposeful and sharing themselves with each other. And with that, you plant seeds and you get fruit, often that you don't get to taste the fruits of, but you do it anyway because that's the right thing. Let's bring in Jim Bennett from Teammates. How are you, kind sir? Good to see you again.
That's good to see you too.
It's been too long. It's been too long. Whenever I see you, I have beard envy because I can't do that.
It's all I got.
No.
It's all I got.
That big heart of yours ain't bad, man. I got to tell you. We have special guests tonight. We'll have Kent Sievers later. But please do me the courtesy of introducing our listeners to this young man next to me.
Well, tonight we have Xavier Gamble with us. So Xavier was a senior last year at Lincoln High School, since graduated, and is moving on to some pretty amazing things. And I'll let him tell you about that, but he's currently attending Nebraska Wesleyan University.
Xavier, what's happening, man?
Nothing much, you know what I'm saying? Pretty excited for next year.
Let's tell the story of who you are and how we arrive in the form that we are. We're all on the shoulders and in the love of whoever loved on us to get us here. Tell the story.
I was born in Biloxi, Mississippi. I was younger. I moved down here. My grandma brought me down here, and ever since then, I've been living down here. So since then, it's been pretty good.
How old?
I moved down here probably about 6 months, maybe.
Okay, so early on. So you were really technically
from
you're
here.
in Nebraska.
Yeah.
You were born and raised here. Your high school process of figuring out what you want to do and who you want to be, how would you describe it?
I'd say probably the best words to describe it is just knowing who I wanted to be around, knowing who I wanted to be. So having the people around me to help build my character and just keep me focused on what I needed to do and stuff like that was very important for me.
You use the phrase character. Describe that for me.
Just the person who I want to be,
Best value? Nice person, kind, intelligent, informed. How would you?
For myself.
What makes it move for you?
I'd say kind spirit. You see me walking down the hallways. I don't just talk to one group of people. I'll talk to anybody.
What was that experience like? What was that high school experience like, young man?
High school experience. For me, it was great. You know what I'm saying? I was very open. I was into a lot of things at my school. At my school, we had this thing called, it was a club. It was called the African American Caucus. So we would hold a lot of panels in our library and stuff like that. We also had a equity team I was a part of in my school. So I feel like the high school experience for me was great, especially being an athlete as well.
Jim, you brought me one.
Yep.
Brought me one.
Yep.
This is good. Give me your first thoughts on Xavier. Who is he and what appears to be?
Well, and to be fair, Xavier and I met at our fall kickoff, and he spoke, and we've done some articles on Xavier and Kent, and so knew him through those two things. So we're not real close, but I'll tell you what I see in you.
Okay.
I see a young man with some drive, some real drive, and an inner kindness that you've been looking for. It comes out. It comes out in you. I've been real impressed with you. Your warmness, your kindness, and your drive to do great things. And I think Nebraska Wesleyan is a lucky university to have you.
It's funny to me because they said, well, he's got his eyes towards the future in broadcast in some sort of way. What would you like to do in this?
Early on, I remember wanting to be more of a sports broadcaster, but as time moved on, just wanting to have a podcast specifically, you know.
Okay.
When I hang out with my friends and stuff, we love having our own conversations. So like, what's better than having my own podcast?
Did you text them and let them know, hey man, I'm going to be on radio tonight. You should be listening.
No, I didn't.
Okay, we're going to work on that because next time you come in, it's going to be your show, and I'm going to get out of the way.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna put you to work. A part of the whole teammates mentoring is elevating people and community at the same time through the same actions. So Jim, how many Xaviers are out there waiting for somebody just to put a hand on their shoulder?
Right. I don't have the exact number for the new school year because it changes every school year.
Mm-hmm.
We're putting those numbers together. It's always in the hundreds, to be real honest with you. We never can quite get enough to meet the need, and that's not uncommon of mentoring programs, that the need ends up kind of being a little bit bigger than than what's happening in the community. I don't think those mentors aren't out there though. I mean, I know those mentors are out there, and they just need that little push to make it happen. We are short, specifically male mentors, and that's something that is a national trend, but it's something we're really looking to turn the tide here in Lincoln, Nebraska. And so there's a need, and you know, the stories are there. The stories are, you know, I want someone who will meet me in school one time a week and play board games with me, talk to me about my school work, be a friend and someone I can go on a walk with. It can be anything, can't it, Xavier? Yeah. It looks a lot of different ways for a lot of different people, but it doesn't have to be scary because it's really just about creating a relationship.
Xavier, go through what's a typical mentoring session been like with you?
For me, I'd say it started off differently than how it ended off at the end of high school. In the beginning, it started off just conversations between me and Kent. But as time got on, as I got closer and developed to us being as close as we were, you know, it came out to a lot of basketball games or throwing the ball, card games, chess, checkers, a lot of stuff.
Did it cross over into you as an athlete? Did it ever show up? How did it show up?
It showed up just as like, just showing like your leadership in a way, you know, someone comes in, takes time out of their day or takes time of their lunch break for work to come in and just hang out. It shows like their character.
What was your favorite thing that would happen? What would you do?
My favorite thing personally, especially with Kent, as we had got older, I'd say probably about middle school, just how like competitive our games were, but it was more like, it was like a friendly competitive. So it made me feel like I was playing basketball with a close friend or even a brother in a way.
That's there's depth to that. Again, Jim Bennett and Xavier. What's your last name? Please tell the folks.
Xavier Gamble.
Xavier Gamble. Okay. Through all of this, and we'll bring in Kent here in a bit after we go to break, so we can get the shared story. But Jim, I'll ask, in a time where there's a shortage of men in this space who simply could help by being present, what's the plan of attack to get those men to the door?
Well, I mean, we're here today.
Yeah.
You know, we're doing this today.
Yeah.
Men, there's a men get different things out of a mentoring relationship than do women sometimes, and some of that is they want to be a part of fixing a problem or want to be a part of a solution or a solution focused problem, and that's not really what this is about. And it's just about being there and being consistent. And so I think there's a little bit of apprehension from men in that respect. And what we're here to say is, if you show up, it's not what you do in that meeting. You heard Xavier talk about it morphing over time.
Yeah.
I have two mentees and we've done 100 different things, and it's shifted. And usually it's around what they want to do. And then you just make that happen. So it's not about what you do or how long you meet. We're asking people to meet one time a week in school. How long did you guys meet for usually?
About an hour.
About an hour. Yeah. One class period, which is usually 45 minutes to an hour. One of my mentees, we only meet for about 35 minutes. But it's also not how long you meet, what you do. It's how consistent you are.
Just give me a little, without names, who these mentees are.
I started and I got two young men in middle school. One my first year with teammates and one my second year with teammates. But they are the same age now. They're both going to be juniors. Two different high schools. Very different young men. Very different. We do different things. The relationships look a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
Both really amazing young people. Just amazing they're both super bright. Different varying. They're driven very differently. They're very differently. So our relationships do look very different between the two of them. But on the other hand, they're also similar in a lot of ways. They're juniors in high school. They're kind of worried about all the same things. They're talking about some of the same things. But it's not been a difficult transition from one to the other, because when you just show up and you ask them questions, and they, you let them lead what they want to do, and you do it with them, and you learn from them, and you're there to listen. And that's what we do.
Let's check some boxes over the process so folks can know the process of how they're sitting here listening now. Right. They've got time. They know they have the hour. And if they don't have the hour, they know how to make it.
Yeah.
So let's go through the process for the person who's listening. How much time is required?
Okay.
It's once a week.
Once a week, one class period. We're not expecting you to be there even every week. There's times when you were gone, probably Xavier, and times that Kent was gone. We're looking for that. The sweet spot for us is 24 meetings a school year.
Okay.
There's 35 weeks in a school year. We know there's going to be times when you can't do it. Mm-hmm. Our average match meets about 21 times.
And where?
In school. It's always in school.
Literally, it's there at school.
Right.
You can. Do they have much choice in the space in which they choose this? So school, area, district.
Right. So you get to pick. Mentors get to pick a school, an age. We only match third grade and up.
Okay.
But some people are more comfortable with middle school, high school. Some people want a younger student, and you meet in school, and during class period, you set that up with the school. There's a person at every school that helps you organize that. Lisa Kiley was your person, Xavier. And then, so you set that up and you show up, and the first meetings are get to know you kind of session. And we know that the first meetings are a little bit quiet sometimes, a little bit, slower to develop, and it happens over time. And we're looking for longer term commitments here. I mean, Xavier talked about meeting for a long period of time, and that's when you see even better benefits than, a year or two mentorship.
What is the matching process?
Okay. So first thing, you fill out a preference form, and then we get you trained, we get you signed up. We do background checks on everybody, as you would imagine. It's a pillar of teammates to keep everyone safe, and that's part of it's one of our main pillars of teammates. And so you'll get signed up, and then we'll train you. We always make sure we train. A 3-hour training. We want you to be ready to go, right? We don't want you to feel unprepared. And so in that training, we get to know a little bit about people. And then we get that preference form. We start seeing what they're looking for. And then those schools know the students in those schools who are waiting. And we match very carefully. We have a tool we use, and we make sure we match based on preferences, based on things people like to do, interests, inventories. And so we match those very carefully, because we know that the slower and more carefully you match, the more likelihood it stays together. And we do that very carefully. And then we do a little trial run, see how it goes. And then once you've been matched and we know it's a good match, and then we let you go. And then we stay with you kind of closely for the first month to make sure things are going like you want them to go. And then it's off to the races. And then we just have resources available for you. Educational resources. We have people in all the schools who can help you. We don't want you to feel like you're just floundering. We want you to feel like you've got someone there that can help you.
We're here with Jim Bennett and Xavier Gamble, and from Teammates Mentoring, and he's a success story. He's a model for what this is all about. He's now going to go out based on the voices and the love that's been put on him, and he's going to make people better because of it. You can tell that in this space. The person also responsible for this is Kent Sievers, and we will bring him in next, and we'll get to ask them questions together and let them tell their story, because I'm sure it's pretty amazing. Remember, you can add to the conversation. 402-464-5685. Text today if you have questions, you got suggestions, you got ideas. Or here's the wild bug. If you decide that you want to jump up and be a teammate's mentor. We'll be right back.
Don't go anywhere. More of the Teammates Mentoring Hour is minutes away on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway.
Warhorse Casino is bringing winning opportunities to Lincoln. Get in on the action at our next job fair, Tuesday, August 9th from 3 to 7 at the RBC Event Space, 5721 Johanna Road. We are hiring trailblazers in every department: beverage servers, slot, custodial, security, and more. Every employee is treated like family, and every role is essential in creating a one-of-a-kind experience. For information on openings and job fairs, go to warhorsecasino.com.
At Allo, we think you deserve the fiber things in life, like binging your favorite TV shows and movies buffer-free, next level, lag-free gaming, and video calls without frozen faces. So say goodbye to lag and buffering and hello to super fast fiber internet with dedicated 24/7 support for total peace of mind. Plus, no hidden fees, no expiration dates, and no contracts, ever. From dependable service to exceptional support, experience the fiber things with Allo. Go to allofiber.com/fiberthings and switch today.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this summer. Check out their new Keen and Tiva brand sandals for hiking and Olukai sandals for sitting by the pool. Plus, they're stocked up on Hey Dudes to catch you up on the latest shoe fashion. They also have shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrell, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66 and Q in Lincoln.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
What does continuing education mean to you? At Southeast Community College, it means helping you advance. Whether that's a class to help you learn a new hobby, get your motorcycle license, or even your GED, SCC can help you take the next step. Financial assistance is available too. Learn more about our continuing ed classes at southeast.edu/continuing education. SCC, your path to personal and professional development.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken dips. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 16th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Swing for the fences with single game tickets to see Lincoln's best lineup on and off the diamond. The Salt Dog season is stacked with reasons to spend your summer at Haymarket Park. Get a free general admission ticket when you donate 3 non-perishable food items on Triple Play Tuesdays. Eat $2 Fairbury brand dogs on Wiener Wednesdays. Score drink specials on Thirsty Thursdays. Then win your weekend with Firework Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, and Sunday Family Fun Days presented by Casey's. Get tickets at saltdogs.com.
Get a lot of advice about self-care these days, but one of the most important self-care steps we can take is making sure we're financially secure later in life. For small steps you can take to save for retirement, visit WeSaySaveIt.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
This is the Teammates Mentoring Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Teammates Mentoring Hour. I am thrilled. Like I said, it's such a good space to be in where people generally care about one another. They care about how folks are doing. And that's why we're here, is to find more people who are willing to help other people live their better and best lives. That's literally what it is. 402-464-5685. That is the Starter Heyman text line, the Honda Lincoln hotline. If you want to call in, you can do so. And again, the video streams are up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter Live, so you can see what's going on in the studio. You need to see these folks. You need to do that. Jim Bennett, coordinator for Teammates Mentoring, and Xavier Gamble, who's a mentee, and now we bring in Ken Sievers, who, quite frankly, is part of the story. How are you? How you doing? Get close to this thing. Let's get you up here.
I'm good. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, no, thanks for coming, and thanks for doing what you do, because anybody that's listening, I just want you to just think for a moment that it's your young person or the person who lives next to you. And there's a Kent out there, there's a Jim out there who's willing to give time to give those people a better opportunity to do better in life. So I ask people, what are the wings for you? What is it that makes you want to be a mentor? What was it?
Oh man. Well, I had a friend who dragged me into it and, said, you got to do this. At the time I was, right out of college basically. And, didn't know what I was going to be doing with my life and didn't know if I could commit to a whole year of, I don't know if I'm going to be in Lincoln for a year, but she said, just try it. If the worst happens, that, they'll understand. But if you're around, then, you can make an impact in somebody's life. So I did it for that reason. And then I met Xavier and we hit it off after a while. It was a little awkward at first, but yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, we're kind of cut from the same cloth. And so that's why I stayed. And, I was around, so it worked out. But yeah.
Who are you? Where are you from? What brings you here the way you're delivered?
I'm Kent Sievers. I am from Norfolk, Nebraska, originally born and raised, graduated in 2006, came down to the university for school and stayed, met my wife here. And so I've known Xavier actually longer than I've known my wife, which is crazy.
That's awesome. I want to say that's awesome. Wife, I apologize, but I think that's pretty cool. Through the process. So walk us through the process where you went through the training, you made some selections and preferences, and then you end up with this fine young man next to you.
Yeah, well, you kind of poke around for a little bit and then you find that they just kind of suck you in. They're like, all right, training's tonight or, whatever this week. So you better be ready. I didn't know they were going to take an ID photo. That was for sure. That I was going to have for 7 years.
Shows up all the time, right?
Yeah. Luckily nobody looked at that really, but yeah. So it just, they have everything set up and it's so slick through the schools and, got a captive audience for that reason as well. So, I mean, they make the process so simple and, an hour a week, is very doable, even with a full-time job. So
I asked Xavier to describe himself. I'll now ask you to describe him.
To describe Xavier.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. Xavier he's a man of few words sometimes. This is putting me on the spot. Xavier is fantastic. He is extremely mature for his age and really kind of always has been. I know people look up to him in his class. He's got a cool head under pressure. I've been in some pickup games with him, playing basketball during a free period, and people get hot heads, and Xavier's always kind of the one who was grounded and was like, "Hey guys, we're playing basketball. Like, it's pickup game. Like, no stakes here. Just kind of chill." So, Xavier is awesome, and very, very bright, intelligent. He's a future.
That's pretty cool that you've committed so much of that emotional vestige in this young man. Xavier, I think as you look, I'm watching you guys, you're kind of your vibe, right? And to get grown men who are willing to get in that space, that's pretty unique. It's not there enough. But now, Xavier, you're going to go to college and you're going to be a part of a team, and they're going to notice, and they're going to draw to you. What do you want to be when you talk about leadership? You're going to speak to them in Kent's voice. Mm-hmm. Like the things that he says to you, that sort of leadership is going to be there. How does that make you feel that now it's on you?
It feels it puts a weight on your shoulder for sure, to know that there's going to be people that are going to look to you for answers sometimes, and you're going to be on your own now, your own adult and stuff like that. But in a way, it makes me feel like good in a way, because it's like I'm a leader, and they're gonna want to look for me to help. And
say that again, so you hear yourself.
I'm a leader.
Yeah, yeah. Like that's what this is. That's what this. Look, we can't. The standard is set for people that we can't reach often. Like that's the thing. And Jim, what you guys are offering people the opportunity to do is to elevate this community. So your message to the listener who's out there now, they're teetering, right? We know the hearts are good and they're going, I should probably be doing this. I probably should, but they will also find a reason why they shouldn't. What do you say to them to get them over the bridge?
Everyone's got their own stuff going on in their lives. Everybody's busy. If you find the time, you'll find what Kent found, which was there's more to this than just hanging out, spending some time. It's life-changing. And the two things we hear from mentors all the time is, I'm getting more out of this than they are, and it's the best hour of my week. And the research is clear. People are more productive at work. They enjoy it. They feel more connected to community. And then the other thing that we hear about is the ripple effect. So, we have Kent and Xavier here, and they've affected each other, and it's affecting their families. It's affecting maybe someday their children, or their
neighborhood,
their school. Yeah,
right.
Absolutely. And I think that's the piece that a person doesn't go into it thinking about that, but it's an outcome of mentoring, which is that ripple effect, and it affects a lot of people over a long period of time. And so it may feel like you're just in there for one relationship. You're in there for something much bigger.
Kent, what do you say to your friends when they ask what's going on? You tell them, hey, I've got my guy that I got to go spend time with. What do they say to you?
I don't know. A lot of them are kind of surprised. It's a very, you kind of forget about it sometimes that you're doing this, or you assume people know. And so when you talk to them about it, it's like, wow, yeah, I've been doing this now for 5 years, 6 years. And then all of a sudden he's graduated, and it kind of sneaks up on you that it's been that long. But yeah, it just, I would say my face definitely brightens up when I'm talking about it. It's like Jim said, it's the best part of my week. Looking forward to it. And so yeah, it's exciting to tell my friends about it and say, the hurdles are all in your mind. You just got to get past them in your mind and just decide, yeah, I'm just going to do this.
Xavier, what do you say to teammates, right? You're the guys that wait a minute, I got my guy over here. What are those conversations about?
With my teammate?
Yeah.
My teammate?
Yeah. When they ask about Kent, you tell them about Kent, what do they say?
Oh, they're like, who's this guy on the side? I'm like, you know, so this is my mentor. This is my friend Kent. You know, they're like, oh, okay, is he gonna join in or is he gonna stand there? I'm like,
he's gonna stand there and watch.
So it's like I'll bring him in, and you know, it's like as we continue to play the game or whatever, my friends will start to like just get used to it or get warm to him. Kent's just such like an open person. It's like a lot of people just were able to like vibe with him, you know.
What, Jim, how is that handled for when these relationships or these mentorships bond enough to go beyond the classroom and that space? What's the process for those that are curious?
Well, in high school, it happens in school,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where it happens. Now, you know, Xavier's playing sports. You know, can go watch sports at school. You know, a lot of times they'll touch base after the end of the game. Great game, you know, but we do it. We do it really specifically during that time in school.
That's why I ask, because I know that people have this mental image of what this is.
Right.
So the more clear we are about what it actually is,
Right.
it makes it easy for people to cross the bridge into it.
For sure.
I think for me, I'm curious. What happens now? He's going to college, and you guys are connected. How are you going to deal with this?
Well, fortunately, we're going to be doing Teammates Plus
Okay.
through
and tell the folks what Teammates Plus is.
So Teammates Plus is basically the extension outside of high school into post-secondary. So most often, I think it looks like us where we had done it, and now Xavier graduated and is going to college and is local. So we can continue that relationship. It's less frequent. You don't have the facilitators like you do at the school level. But yeah, so I'll be seeing him at least once a month, hopefully more than that.
Jim, what's the age limit? What happens when a mentee grows up to be an adult and decide they want to be a mentor? When is that switch? What level, what age is that?
You can be a mentor at age 18. It could happen right away. Now we set you up with somebody further away from your age. We set you up with a third or fourth grader where we don't have that closeness in age, because there could be some complications along with that. So there's that. We have a lot of college freshmen and sophomores who do it. Now we usually only match college freshmen and sophomores because we know they're going to graduate in 3 years, and we really want that longer term relationship. We know that that's what works. That the magic numbers are 24 times a year and stick together for 3 years. That's a magic number.
What happens at that point? What happens with the relationship?
Those are the greatest outcomes. That's where you see the greatest sense of caring, sense of hope, sense of trust. And you can do that, and you can accomplish that less. It just depends. But that's kind of what the research tells us, is you can meet consistently enough. And so we don't expect perfection, though. Like I said, that's not every week, right? I'm sure you both took weeks off. It had to, maybe for sickness or sports or work, and so we know that stuff happens. If you meet 21 times, it doesn't mean you're not being successful. If you meet 19 times, doesn't mean you're not being successful. And we do have some other ways to help people communicate through some email exchanges and some things like that, where we can stay connected. We can do a letter system through us. We like to keep things pretty private, as far as we don't do texting and those.
The pandemic created some opportunity to get better at it in different ways.
Yeah, we had to.
Right.
We had no choice. Did you guys Zoom at all?
No, we never did.
So we did that during the pandemic. We had to scramble. We had 1,250 matches meeting, and we didn't know how we were going to get them to meet consistently. And a lot of people didn't want to go into a school, and it was, it was a scary time.
Right.
And so we did that year, we did 4,500 successful Zoom meetings. We tried to get a lot more, but yeah, we shifted and did that. We're back to in person.
Okay.
We had 19,000 in-person meetings last school year, and we had 12,000 during the pandemic. And of those, we don't have a single case of transmission of COVID between a mentor and a mentee.
Are there specific areas, regions, districts, schools that are in greater need of mentors than others?
individual schools
Yeah,
within the district?
yeah. Is
Yeah.
there a space that you're targeting?
Yeah.
So would you be able to direct people, or at least tell people what those areas are in case they know people who could participate?
Right, and that's what. And if you have questions when you sign up, we can help direct you to that. Everyone, like I said, we're waiting to hear the numbers for this school year to see where we're at.
Mhm.
A lot of our mentees move from schools to schools, and so we kind of have to track them. We see a lot of need in, because we're in school, people who have jobs who can that will support that, or people who are retired, people who are maybe there's one person in the household working. So because of those kinds of things with a school-based mentoring program, areas where there's two parents working all day long, it's harder to find mentors in those areas for those schools. That's not to say that mentors from other areas of town don't go to other schools, and but that's where we can direct people, is based on need. And that's why if you come to us and you say, I just want to go where there's most need, we'll send you to a really great school with a really great support system for kids who need it.
Is there a greater need in a particular age group of mentees?
We're all over the board, and I'm glad you asked that, because people forget that. Let's say you want to be a mentor and you're comfortable with high school. There's no reason why. We have juniors who haven't been matched yet and have been on the wait list for a couple of years. They need help getting to the finish line. And if you only have a couple of years and you're okay with high school, you can come in and do 2 years and help somebody like Xavier or somebody similar to Xavier get to the finish line and be able to build a really strong relationship with that person as well. And then we have as young as third graders who are looking for a caring adult.
There's so many boxes to check, and I'm glad we're having the conversation, because it allows us to get the information out there. We'll throw it to break. When we come back, I'm going to get into Xavier's head a little bit. Well, because I want to know. You mentioned African American clubs in your high school. I want to know your place in it and what we can do to help with it. So we'll ask those questions and get that information when we come back to Teammates Mentoring Hour.
Don't go anywhere. More of the Teammates Mentoring Hour is minutes away on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
There's not many things worse than having plumbing issues at your home or business, but it's even worse if the problem isn't fixed correctly. Select Plumbing gets it right the first time, and they specialize in several things: general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. Plus, they're hiring service plumbers. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Career Days will provide you with hands-on experience as you learn alongside SCC faculty and students and our industry partners. This provides you with a first-hand look at career opportunities in construction, agriculture, automotive, manufacturing and engineering, transportation, and healthcare. Learn more about SCC Career Days at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Warhorse Casino is bringing winning opportunities to Lincoln. Get in on the action at our next job fair, Tuesday, August 9th from 3 to 7 at the RBC Event Space, 5721 Johanna Road. We are hiring trailblazers in every department: beverage servers, slot, custodial, security, and more. Every employee is treated like family, and every role is essential in creating a one-of-a-kind experience. For information on openings and job fairs, go to warhorsecasino.com.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast today, a few showers and storms are possible early this morning. Otherwise, we'll see mostly sunny skies this afternoon. We'll see an afternoon high of around 96. Tonight, mostly clear skies in the forecast, a little bit cooler with the low of around 65. And tomorrow, sunny skies are expected throughout the day with a high of around 95. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
At Allo, we think you deserve the fiber things in life, like binging your favorite TV shows and movies buffer-free, next level, lag-free gaming, and video calls without frozen faces. So say goodbye to lag and buffering and hello to super fast fiber internet with dedicated 24/7 support for total peace of mind. Plus, no hidden fees, no expiration dates, and no contracts, ever. From dependable service to exceptional support, experience the fiber things with Allo. Go to allofiber.com/fiberthings and switch today.
Come see Lincoln's best lineup on and off the diamond all season long. The best seat in town, the best block party, the best outdoor bar, your best night ever. Join the Salt Dogs for Nebraska Medical Association and Lancaster County Medical Society Triple Play Tuesdays, Fairbury Brand Winter Wednesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, and Sunday Family Fun Days brought to you by Casey's. Hit a home run with your next trip to Haymarket Park. Buy tickets at saltdogs.com.
I grew up hearing that women are bad with money. But like many of you, I spent years paying bills, managing checking accounts, and taking care of my family. So turns out women are pretty good with money after all. And now I'm taking control of my financial future by saving for retirement. It's never too late to start, and there's a great website to help you. Check out WeSaySaveIt.org and jumpstart your retirement savings on your budget and your timeline. That's WeSaySaveIt.org. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
This is the Teammates Mentoring Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment of Teammates Mentoring Hour. We thank you guys for hanging out with us. Greatly appreciated. And the challenge will be, and I will remind you of it tomorrow, we want mentors to step up. That is the whole purpose, is giving you the reason behind doing it, and then we will move you across the finish line. I know you're hovering, but usually we know from previous episodes that it's the morning after where people are like, okay, TP, I've been pondering this, I need to do it. So that's in place. Jim Bennett is here. Ken Sievers is here. And Xavier Gamble is here. Xavier, first of all, let's talk about the shirt. The shirt gets bonus points. Cool points. This is how I know you're loved. You are wearing his royal badness on your shirt. That is exceptional. Who fed that to you?
Not gonna lie, I watched the movie a little bit.
Yeah.
I seen the T-shirt and I liked it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Not really a fan, you know.
No, we got time.
You got time?
We got time. The catalog is deep. I'll get you in. Trust me, I'll get you into this thing. I want to say this to you. So I was told before the show that you are pondering this and you want to consider this, to do this thing and to learn it, to learn broadcasting these things. And I'm going to say this to you, and I'm a man of my word. So I'm going to say this to you. If you graduate from Nebraska Wesleyan in good standing, I will have a job for you when you're done.
It's amazing.
You hear me?
It's great.
You hear me? It to have people that want to do it and are purposeful in it. It's my job to pat you on the back and be here for it. So I'm going to say this to you. Good standing, handle your business. You come back with that paper and we'll sit down and talk.
Great.
Good deal.
Great.
Talk to me about what happened at Lincoln High, these clubs that were there, your place in it. What helped me with knowing what's going on there?
I'd say about end of sophomore year. No, we had COVID. I'd say probably maybe the beginning of junior year. I was brought in a little bit after football season. One of our only male African American teachers at our school that used to go to our school, he said that when he had went there was a club called African American Caucus, and now that he is employed at our school, the club wasn't there, so he felt like he should start it up again. So when he started it up again, he wanted to get a group of people in there. Of course, he asked teachers and administrators, and through the school they were given names through kids that they thought would be good for it. Of course, I was in it. A few other people that were in there too as well. So at first, when we started off, there's about 3 of us, and as time went on, we kind of grew. So by the time in senior year, we were probably maybe 13, 15 kids in it.
Look, in that space, it's important.
Yeah,
it's important. Who was the teacher?
Mr. Anderson. Call him Mr. Anderson.
Let's give Mr. Anderson a shout out as
Shout
well.
out Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, let's give him a shout out, because that's, again, being purposeful. Jim, let folks know, for folks who are pondering and hovering, let them know how to get information and then how to reach out. Who they should reach out to.
Well, I'd recommend first going to some of the local teammates websites. So you can go to lincolnteammates.org.
Okay.
You can get us on Instagram at Lincoln Teammates,
Mhm.
or you can look us up on Facebook at Lincoln Teammates. Any of those get you to our Facebook, Instagram, and our website. Look around, hear some stories, look at what's going on, look what it's about. And then if you go to our website, lincolnteammates.org, there's a Become a Mentor tab. All right, you can go to the top, or you can go to the tab on the right on certain pages, and it'll take you to a site and you can sign up. It's that simple.
We're going to put that tab on our website.
Great.
So that folks will have access to it. They'll know where that is. And Harrison will share that link as well, so we can do that. Xavier, let them know who you are, where you're going to be, how to find you.
Find me on Facebook at Xavier Gamble. Twitter, my Twitter handle is ZZG_77. Yeah.
Ken?
Facebook, Kent Carl Sievers, and Twitter is KCars409.
Kent, what do you do for a living? What do you do when you're not being a superhero?
Yeah, I work at Zillow, and I work from home, and I also am a realtor on the side.
Okay. So, yeah, let them know again how to find you, because now they really want to find you.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Those are probably just as good as anything. Direct message me on there. I have a realtor page as well, Kent Sievers. So, yeah.
Jim, what's next for teammates? What events are coming up?
Yep, we have next Tuesday evening. We're going to do our fall kickoff. That's right. This is where we basically get to start the year. We're going to have over 100 mentors there. Hearing some new things, hearing from Coach Osborne, Des Moines Adams will be there as well. We're going to have some fun in the evening and just kind of get energized for the year. There's a few new things going on with teammates we want to be aware of, and it's something we do every year, and it's really kind of a fun event.
Well, you know how we are here, and as a part of it, any chance we get, we got to take care of y'all. So the folks in Beatrice Bakery dropped off. We got some stuff in the back.
Oh, that's nice.
So we're going to give you some
right.
tasties to share with the folks in the office. You'll be able to share with the families. We'll let you go into the cake room and do your thing.
All right. Thanks.
It's pretty good stuff. Listen, we're going to set you up. Chris Raff, Aaron Davis are up next. Riffin and with Raff and Davis. And it looks like they have company. So whenever they have company, it's a pretty good show.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good show. You'll feel good when you get done with those guys. Harrison, thank you, kind sir. We're going to cue this thing up. Gentlemen, thank you for sharing yourselves and your stories. And we will talk again soon. I will find out what's going on at the event next Tuesday. Please have somebody report it on Wednesday. Let us know what happened. Gentlemen, well done. I'm DP. I'm out. Stay tuned. Riff It with Raff and Davis. Coming up next, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.